Hey everybody, how's it going? Michael Gonzalez here. Drew Garcia. We're with New Mexico Motor Events and Outlaw Desert Racing. Check him out, man. He's got his colors there with the bandit.
That's right. That's
cool.
how we roll.
So we're doing a little update. What is it, May? It's early May, man. It's May 6th.
A lot of events going on.
We've seen a lot of stuff already this year, and we're doing a lot of stuff, and we got some stuff coming up. But we were talking before the show. We thought we might just do a little, mini bio recap so that people know what's up. Because there might be some people watching this that don't know what Outlaw Desert Racing is or New Mexico Motor Events. So give them a rip, man. Give them a rip, and I'll suck on some, coffee.
Well, if you follow us on Facebook, we have about 92,000 followers all over the world. Desert racing's popular around the nation, and we have a lot of teams here from New Mexico that represent, and they race Parker, the Mint 400, Baja 1000.
Big races.
But Outlaw Desert Racing started in New Mexico, and we had races at the end of Southern here in Rancho. We raced all over New Mexico, down in Belen.
Nice.
But it's been tough. Prior COVID, we were able to race, but now we're just going to big events like Store in El Paso, Texas.
You travel regionally.
Yes, Southwest Texas off-road racing.
Nice.
But we're a nonprofit organization.
Cool.
And we help veterans and first responders. And how we do that is kind of like adrenaline therapy.
Nice.
Now, we're not therapists.
Right.
We're not doctors.
No. It's kind of a play on words, right?
Yeah, but if there's somebody with an issue or, they want to get out, they're having problems in life.
It's like a release thing.
Yeah.
Recreational release.
And I don't want to, if they have PTSD or there's suicide issues, you don't know what's going on with somebody in their life.
That's not really your focus. Your focus is give them an outlet, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that outlet is off-road racing.
Nice.
So, and sometimes we do events at Razorville with Bobby Sanchez and some other people.
Nice.
But, we get some of our veterans, we had Chris Braz and we have Michael Gibson, and he'll come out. He brings his UTVs, and we'll have a ride, and we feed the families, and we take them out, and we try to do a little
hospitality and entertainment recreation.
Yeah. And if those veterans or first responders want to get more serious, then they can race with us in our race trucks.
Oh, nice.
Or our race cars or the UTVs. We have a lot of teams here in New Mexico that will give a ride, to have them co-drive for them. So
that's awesome.
That's what Outlaw Desert Racing is all about.
That's pretty much it in this regard.
Absolutely.
You've had some highlights. You've had some big races at different locations that I've learned about over the years from you. You did a big event up at the Albuquerque Dragway years ago, and then you had a massive event here, Cinco de Baja.
Yes.
Share a little bit about some of those bigger events that you're known for here.
Yeah,
the legacy that you bring into this.
Right. We've had a national race with King of the Hammers.
Wow.
It was a King of the Hammers national qualifier.
Nice.
And we did it out in Rio Rancho, New Mexico.
Nice.
And, it was great. We had 3 organizations, Baja Racing Texas, Outlaw Desert Racing, and Ultra 4.
Massive.
And we combined, and it was cool, and they want to do it again. We've talked about it, but land is an issue and insurance.
A lot of different changes out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who knows? Maybe we'll find a location.
Yeah, and we're working with Store there in El Paso, Texas. So
and Store stands for Southern Texas Off-Road Racing, right?
Southwest Texas Off-Road Racing. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
I didn't get the W because
absolutely. So, but shout out to all our racers and stuff. Ryan Bowen from Apex and Moriarty, New Mexico.
Those guys are amazing.
Yeah, him and UFC fighter Cowboy Cerrone. He's about
They're in that area up there, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. BMF Ranch. They just raced the Nora 1000. They had a blast, and they just got back to New Mexico. So
that's super cool. Share a little bit about that ranch that's out there. I don't think most people know about that because it's an invite-only type thing, right?
Well, that's his property, but I've been out there, and it is cool.
They do fun stuff, huh?
Oh, they do. He does. Cowboy. He does a lot of events for the youth.
Is he a ground fighter?
Yes,
or MMA?
He does MMA fighting, but he has like a grappling school every summer. All the kids
does clinics
go out
and
there.
workshops.
Right. And he brings in these pro fighters and volunteers.
Oh, excellent.
And then he's sponsored by Can-Am, Toyo Tires, and Monster. So they give him a bunch of Can-Ams, and they get to ride and they shoot guns. They work with the buffalo.
They do stuff.
And they feed
You're
the
saying
chickens.
it's a working ranch too. Like if someone signs up, they have to get up at the crack of dawn and go mend fences and do all that stuff.
Cowboy's the real
Training
deal, man. Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's awesome.
They work hard out there.
I don't think that's well known. I really don't. So Cowboy Cerrone, when you hear it,
Yeah, he's
that's
the real
what it
deal.
is.
Definitely the real deal. And
That's awesome.
And he knows how to go fast with horsepower, cars, trucks, Baja.
Horses.
Yeah, horses, buffalo.
That's awesome.
50 cows. Yeah, he does it all. So.
Yeah, and then you know some other well-known people too, like the RTR racer that's from
Lauren Healy. Yeah, he's sponsored by Ford, Bronco.
They just built that. They did a new motor. What is it? A Godzilla?
Godzilla
motor in a race
yes.
Bronco.
Oh yeah, man.
And then he donated to Outlaw Desert Racing.
Yes.
His retired fire suits, and they say RTR on them and everything.
Absolutely.
I've seen them.
For it.
Those are the real deal.
Yes, we use them. We're
That's
fortunate.
freaking awesome.
So our veterans, first responders, me, I have my own RTR.
Big shout out, Warren Healy there. I met him once.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Team Preston. Preston
Racing
from Amos Baca's son.
Nice.
He got a Ford driving suit. So
nice,
yeah, man. Pretty
that's
cool.
awesome.
Very
thanks
cool.
for the recap. So if you guys are trying to learn about rock crawling, off-road racing, excursions, UTV, extreme off-road activities, check them out online. It's outlawdesertracing.com. They're on Facebook and Instagram, and they even have a YouTube page, and then we push their stuff out too. So thanks for the recap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for the recap on that, because people sometimes don't understand why you and I do what we do, and I tell everybody, man, I do quite a bit of stuff, but Drew does just as much off-road. So when we get together, it's all
we try
crazy.
To collab with other organizations.
Absolutely.
We're trying to collab with Weeby. Unfortunately, we couldn't get to the last one, but I definitely
Weeby Racing. Now they have a dirt bike series, and they do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, great organization.
I can tell you today that I've been working with him in the background for our upcoming event, and he's on board, and we have him mapped out, and they're going to bring some really cool stuff out for outreach, and they never get an opportunity to do that.
Right.
They're usually just at the races, and he runs a whole series. Four Corner series is amazing. So we're excited about that. So that's a good segue. Let's talk about that. So some of the contacts that we meet through Outlaw Desert Racing and going out to events, the team over here at New Mexico Motor Events gets an opportunity to collab with them and bring them into our world. So the history of New Mexico Motor Events, we've been doing events for over a decade. Right about the same time we started launching Cafe Bella Coffee, our sponsor for tonight. Cafe Bella.
Nice.
And we're after hours at Cafe Bella right now, so it's totally cool. Nice studio. It's got coffee.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so Drew, when we first started doing motor events here at the cafe in the slow times, he was one of the first individuals that showed up and said, "Hey man, what's going on? You having a meet? All right, let me call a DJ. Let me do that." And he just showed up, and this DJ just unloads out of his truck and just starts wiki. So that's how Drew and I started saying, "Hey, this is a thing." So years ago, we started doing different events, and then we started being the operations team for the last 3 years of the Hemis Cruise. So we used New Mexico Motor Events, insurance and licensing to secure the upper lot at the time it was called Santa Ana Star Center, but it's the Rio Rancho Events Center.
Right.
So we used our infrastructure, and we were able to run the last 3 years operation ground team of the Hemis Cruise, and until it got too big. And we were asked collectively to not come back. We were thanked and asked to not come back because of the size. So we took a couple of years off. Yeah. And then we came out with the new series, the NM Cruise, and launched that in the plaza area of Las Vegas, New Mexico, down the Bridge Street there. They call it Bridge Street because it goes through a bridge.
Oh man, we had a great
it was amazing.
Time
there. And then we spent a couple more years, and we moved further down to the Railroad Avenue, historic Railroad Avenue.
Yeah.
So that was good. So we did 3 years up there of major cruise series. Meanwhile, we were still doing cafe events, still doing cans and cars, still doing benefit events, and then COVID hit. And we started doing, we didn't stop during COVID, we just became compliant with the credentials that we had for the training. And we did business boosts events for small businesses, and they were super appreciative. And some of them were just like on the verge of almost closing, and we'd just come in with a bunch of people and just sell them out of everything. So they're real appreciative of that. And then post-COVID, we kept rolling. We went back, we did an NM cruise out there in Belen, New Mexico.
Yeah, that
the
was cool.
historic
That was huge.
Decker Street. And even though it monsooned, we still had an amazing turnout. It would have been twice as big, but everybody had a good time. And we were up next to go to Bernalillo. They made some changes on their structures and regulations, so we took a breather. Still going with the other events, about 65 to 75 events a year on New Mexico motor events.
Yep.
Many of those things Drew and Outlaw Desert Racing was involved. And now we've moved into New Mexico Motorfest. You look over my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Here. It's
That's
coming.
awesome.
That's
awesome.
Saturday, June 28th.
Motorfest.
So Drew and I, we're up to no good. No, it's all legitimate. We had 3 different large site locations. The concept was to find a single parcel, secure, that we could put 300 vehicles plus vendors and all the stuff in. And we were able to secure it. We can confirm that it's at the Rio Rancho Event Center, upper lot, and then right across the second lot is the easy access, free parking for attendees, as opposed to if you go to other venues like the convention center
Or the fairgrounds.
Yeah. You know, you pay
Yeah,
to get
pay.
into the thing, but then you got to pay another $10 on top of that to
Right,
park.
right.
And so we were looking for something that had a better festival feel and offset that. So our price points are good. We've got recently, for the past 2 weeks, we've been grinding. We have a huge inbound stream of requested entities that are partnering with us to be sponsors and vendors. And
Right.
even right before this video, my phone was blowing up with
Sure.
inbound. So we're really appreciative to be able to get that kind of warm reception. I had a phone conference or a telephone call with the OG Reggie Tibbetts from the Super Nationals and
he's
the
the
Hooters.
OG. He's
He had
the
some
legend.
really nice things to say. He verified that he was
Reggie's the
retired.
man.
Yeah, and he offered to mentor and give us some information and pointers. So shout out to him. But there's a lot of other events going on besides ours. We're just trying to stay fluid. Luckily, all the dates are lining up, it looks like.
Right. Looks like
And,
we're not intervening.
Did a heavy analysis for
everybody.
weather,
Yeah.
for no wind and no rain. And because the NM Motorfest it's a all styles, large scale festival formatted car event, and we have some amazing things that we're adding to the roster and confirming. There's some stuff that's so exciting
Oh,
that
man.
I can't even say
I
it.
can't believe it's coming to
yeah.
New Mexico, dude.
Yeah, now we're bringing it in. We're
boy.
kind of putting all our stuff together in
yeah.
one pot, and then we're going to shake it up and make a bunch of noise. But yeah, we're super excited. Lots of support. I started talking recently. I started talking to car clubs, even though this isn't a car club specific event.
Right.
I've started talking to some of the dominant clubs that have a tendency to participate. And the profile of the clubs is that they have a wide range of modified vehicles.
Oh yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Even on
So-
the off-road side, I mean, we got
Yeah, so why don't you-
tons of clubs. Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we talk about some of the interactions you have ramping up to the NM Motorfest. You know, we're still out there doing flyer runs. We went to, where did we go? We went to the ABQ
Swap meet.
Auto Swap Meet.
Yeah, Michael. Right?
Michael Valenzuela
Yeah. Cool
and
dude,
his
man.
team
Him
up
and
there.
his wife.
Yeah, Michael's awesome. Yeah,
Awesome.
he's even got a character for his logo. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I still got
Yeah.
the sticker on my windshield. It's
Yeah,
cool.
no, I slapped one
That's
on the
cool.
old shop
I like
truck.
it.
And even Michael, you know, we went out there and did a one-day promo. We were shouting out, doing a PA thing, bringing a bunch of energy. And yes, I got in trouble for making too much noise, but we brought it back down, and everything's fine. But we gave out 350 flyers.
Yeah, I was out there all day, man.
That was
I
crazy.
Boom, 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 boom.
Crazy.
But
So
you know
we
what?
hit-
What was cool though is people had interest. You know.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it was
like
casual.
oh, I don't want one.
Yeah, no, I mean,
You
we're
know,
not
they
selling,
Were like,
we're
oh,
just-
sweet. You know.
Yeah, we're
So-
just raising awareness and then trying to diversify, because the crowd that comes to the ABQ auto auction is inherently different than other crowds.
Okay.
And it's
All
a
right.
3-day event, but it's a different demographic. You know,
Okay.
they're into eclectic things. Some of them are into new things, but it's a different situation.
Nice.
So
I
yeah.
even bought stuff. I got a roll cage. I had a
That's right, you
do
got
it
a
yourself
good
roll
deal.
cage. I got a whole full blown roll cage for $50
For the
So,
Ford
yeah,
Ranger
that's
pre-runner.
right.
It's effing Ford Ranger, buddy. So yeah, that's totally awesome. So we are calendaring different events that we're going to be present at. We're going to be giving information at different events to get it out. But we have a good flow. We feel really good about this. The warm reception, I got a few thank yous. People saying, thank you. Nobody's working in this space.
Right.
Nobody's doing this. This is new and different in the range of what you do. And I think it's because the crossover with your group.
I'm doing the whole off-road. We're bringing it in. So from all the UTV clubs, the Jeep clubs, the pre-runner clubs, all the racers, I'm trying to bring it all.
Yeah.
We might have a monster truck there. I don't know. You never know what's going to
show up. It's on your portfolio. And then, on the New Mexico Motor Events side, we do a lot of different things. We do motorcycle things. We do hot rod, rat rod, custom with the K, competition vehicles.
Ooh, and then, I heard some high-end lowriders are coming.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. We do lowriders scene and import scene.
Yeah.
So import stance, we got some heavy connections over there, and we're super excited that everybody is going to be able to.
We're talking like national renowned magazine cars are
we
coming.
Got some stuff. I can tell you right now on the list, we have no less than 6 SEMA builds. These are vehicles that were built to go to SEMA, and they reside here in New Mexico except for one, which we're not going to talk about right now. We're not going to talk about that. But that's the fun. That's the sizzle. Because we are blasting Colorado, Arizona, and Texas.
Yeah.
And then Drew's gonna blast down in Mexico because there's huge off-road following in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
So all 4 directions, just like the Zia, bro. So so that's what we're doing. Registration for vehicles is open online.
Yeah, and it's going fast. You guys need to sign up because it's a 300 limit.
Yeah, 300.
Okay,
limit.
yeah. So
it's filling up. And why that's a challenge is because yes, it's 300 vehicles total, but some of our vendors are bringing up to 4 vehicles, so it starts crunching away at those numbers. So. Early warning. There are no, unfortunately, because of the format of the show, there will not be any same day roll up registration. Get it. This isn't an open and free show like you go out in the community. There's tons of those going on. This is a gated show, like you're going into the fairgrounds or you're going into the convention center. We're doing 1,650 feet, quarter mile, 6-foot fence all the way around. It's 100% secure. We're going to have for the entrance for the attendees after we load the cars in and the vendors in and all that. There will be Rio Rancho PD on site. Everybody's going to be chill. And then you walk through a metal detector. So it's the same rules that they use inside the Rio Rancho Events Center. So none of the crazy stuff. Just like anything else, you got to behave. Leave it in the truck or whatever. And other than that, it's going to be a ripper. We have...
let's talk about entertainment.
Yeah, we have amazing DJ dancing.
Yeah,
he's a festival and nightclub DJ. This event's going to be high energy and loud. So if you're like, oh, it's too loud, this might not be, you stay over by the food trucks. We'll try and not blow the birria off all over the consomme all over you. We got great food trucks too, but so we got the DJ. We have Drew and I do a lot of master ceremony stuff. We kind of do it in tandem. But man, we got a special talent coming. We got Nico coming from the Albuquerque Dragway, the announcer. Awesome. He's coming to this event. He's hopping on stage, so he's always awesome and a good time and mix it up. And then as far as like performance entertainment, we're finalizing with a breakdancing team that's local for New Mexico, and that's gonna be all female.
Wow.
All female. So we're gonna get all the stats and throw that out. I'm working on that. They're sending me current photos, high resolution, and we'll blast that out. Nice. So that's super exciting. But we have really good. We're hand selecting or curating the food and beverage mix so that the people that attend have a nice mix and there's not a lot of duplication.
Right.
So we got some really good stuff. So we have
dessert refreshments too.
Exactly.
We got a lot of different.
Exactly. So right now we're working with 2 of the top 5 rated truck trailers that are on this year's list.
Oh, nice.
We got 2 of them on there.
All right, cool.
So it's awesome.
That's going to be good.
It's awesome. So we'll release that stuff as they confirm. The reason we don't release it in case they have something that is uncontrollable that they're not able to register. But we got plenty of time. It's not till June 28th.
And we
So-
got a bunch of big dog vendors signing up. I mean, man, Yearwood
it's
has
amazing.
stepped up huge.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to all the guys at Yearwood.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Parnell, and
Absolutely.
we have Rebel.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, you want to talk about Rebel?
Oh,
I mean, man.
Rebel Road
And that
Hot
poor
Rod
dude,
Garage.
Like, he had an accident,
They
right?
were both. They
And
were both
he's
injured in a
back.
recent car
They
accident.
look
They're running their
amazing.
business 2 locations. So
Man.
Rebel Road Hot Rod Garage.
And he
Yeah.
does some awesome builds.
Oh man, they
Yeah.
do top notch. They do top notch. I'm gonna put up some pictures. I went to visit them, and they have powertrains,
Yeah.
brand new, that they've ordered in for customers, ready to go in. It's amazing, man. It's
and
amazing.
If you ever have time, just go check out their shop, man.
Oh yeah,
down there.
Yeah, they're
And,
very hospitable, and they're
man,
very interested, and they can get you on the
That's
schedule.
sweet.
I never say they'll get you in. I always say they can get you on the schedule because they're busy, man. They have two locations. One does one discipline, the other one does
That's
another
awesome, man.
discipline. So
That is
yeah,
awesome.
we're super excited to have them out. They'll probably bring some customer vehicles and some of their vehicles, and then a lot of the vendors that I've been talking to that are securing spots, they're bringing customer vehicles too.
Okay, cool. Yes,
Yeah. So
absolutely.
yesterday we confirmed we're getting the EV Zilla, the
Nice.
world's only
right-hand
EV
drive.
right-hand drive EV
Wicked.
powered Skyline that was built for SEMA here locally. It's going to be out there.
Wow, that's
Confirmed.
awesome.
That's just amazing. That
Yeah.
just
And on the off-road side, I'm trying to, we pretty much confirmed we're going to bring Josh Rigsby's Class 1 Unlimited Pinhole Diablo race car.
Unlimited race vehicle?
It's a
Nice.
$250,000 Baja 1000 race
Full
car.
competition, no frills.
Yes,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
frills.
No
Oh,
frills.
yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
all good.
But
all good.
We'll have some cool rides there. But
Cool,
I'm
man.
very excited, and then, I want to see all the slam trucks. I hope
Everything.
we see some tilt beds.
Yeah.
Even the lowriders, all the gold and chrome, and then the hot rods,
The
and the rat
engraving,
rods.
all
Oh,
that
dude,
stuff.
It's all coming.
Yeah,
man. That's cool.
Some of these other SEMA builds are pretty amazing. We're looking really forward to this diversity and kind of like all styles represented. We're super excited to be able to put all this together. And then I even had some communication with our friends with Lowcast, the regional group out of El Paso,
Yeah,
Texas.
they do amazing shows.
Yeah, they participate in this region, and if they're available, they're going to try and come out. So
Oh, that's awesome.
Stay tuned. That might happen. And there's some other really exciting stuff going on. So yeah, we're going to give everyone a chance that wants to get involved with this event. I mean, we have Hydra Dip companies. We've got powder coat companies. I have some contacts in other sub-disciplines of building that you can make contacts and get supplies. So yeah, we're doing it. Napa's coming in.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of interesting things to offer. So yeah, we're going full-fledged on this. So what other things?
so-
What do you got cooking?
Well, I mean, I heard we got some drag cars coming. Some of New Mexico's
Hopefully.
fastest
Hopefully.
street outlaws.
Yeah, I
and
tried
stuff.
I tried to
Yeah.
lock down one, and they said, "Yeah, we'd love to come if it doesn't sell because it's currently for sale." but the
Okay,
ones that
yeah.
have registered are wicked.
Yeah, I know.
Wicked.
I know some of my boys have some pro mods out there, so we'll see
Yeah,
if
I
they
mean, there's
show
a
up.
lot of heavy stuff out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, there's some names we can name drop all day, but we'll see who's able to make it into their schedule because it's race season.
Yeah,
some
yeah.
of them are out there doing their
Absolutely.
point series.
So yeah, we're gonna get a lot of off-road shops out there and
Nice.
get them involved in
The
and
UTV
again-
scene, man. Talk about that. That's huge.
Well, we
now
have a
it's
lot
not
of-
just UTVs, but it's custom built UTVs.
Oh
now.
yes, yeah, absolutely.
That's-
There's, we had our last show out there at Razorville, and
Yeah.
we had $80,000 Can-Ams. They're full blown, beautiful, powder coated, you name
Wild.
it. And
One of those showed up at low class. They had him outside and he was
Yeah.
out there. I'm like, dude, you should be in the middle.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll
It's
get a
nice.
bunch of UTVs out there too. So it's going to be cool. I
That's
mean, we got
awesome.
a whole range, and there's going to be some miscellaneous stuff there too.
Yeah,
so
Weeby
we'll
Racing's
see.
going to bring like a whole portfolio of
Yeah,
performance
all
stuff,
the dirt bikes
not
and
just
stuff.
motorcycles.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, he's
they
gonna
do
bring
jet ski racing.
He's
They
gonna
do all
bring,
kinds of cool
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
he's got a nice setup.
That's cool.
And then, just a tip. So those of you that register your vehicle, send the pictures in, do your whole thing online. When you come in, we're gonna bring back something that Drew and I grew up with. Back in the day, when you would roll into a show, a paid show, you would get a swag or a goodie bag full of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we got to hook it up.
So we're bringing that back. We're going to load
yeah.
up so everybody gets a little bag of stuff, and that's always cool because after the show, when you're tired, you go home and you go, "What's in that?" And you're like, "Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know that. How about that?" So yeah, we're going to bring that back. It's kind of an OG thing because Drew and I have been doing this for a while.
Long time.
We grew up doing this. So what else, Drew?
Oh, well, we got a big event this weekend at Moriarty MX. You know,
oh,
it's
that's
Mother's
right. Tell me
Day,
about that.
So
Point series.
Happy Mother's Day to all the
Mother's
mothers.
Day
To my wife, love you, babe.
There you go.
But this weekend is the Monster Energy Loretta Lynn qualifier.
Get out.
In
Monster Energy.
Yeah, Moriarty,
nice.
New Mexico.
Point series.
Yeah, so they have all these qualifiers across the nation, but this is like your last chance qualifier. So everybody that didn't have that qualified, like in
so it's
Canada,
a pre-final qualifier.
California, New York, they're all coming to New Mexico.
Nice.
They got riders from Canada coming, from California, Nevada,
Awesome.
Colorado. So, dude, Moriarty's going to be lit on Sunday. So for the main races,
Better get ready. All those hotels are booked now, huh?
Absolutely. You can bring your RV out there. You can come tailgate, bring your family, have fun. They got food trucks, but you can bring your own stuff. But and I think it's only $10 to get in, man.
Dirt bike racing's different. I grew up dirt bike racing.
Yeah, but it's cool, man.
You load all your stuff, and then you get tired of eating your own stuff. Then you go buy stuff that somebody else made.
Exactly.
And then you're like, oh, I need a tire. Crap.
But we're going to be out there, Outlaw Desert Racing.
Nice.
I'm going to bring the race trucks and pre-runners and stuff.
Do a little display, do a little support.
We're going to have some DJ music going on. We're going to have some fun. Apex, they're bringing all the monster stuff. And
they're just right across the highway, man.
Yeah.
That's their home. That's their stomping ground.
Absolutely. So one of their racing UTVs from Nitro Circus, or I don't know what they're bringing, but we're going to have something cool there for them. So
that's awesome, man. So
awesome.
go and check that out if you are allowed to on Mother's Day. And you go out in the dirt. Nah, you can go for a ride and say, oh, look, there's a motocross thing. Let's go check it out.
Absolutely.
But,
it's going to be awesome. So Deanna and Chi, they do a great job out there. So
that sounds good. And they have another track. Is it in New Mexico?
It's Heart Bar Ranch MX.
Where is that?
That's in Tularosa, New
Tularosa.
Yeah.
Tularosa. That's awesome.
And we're going to have some big plans coming up for the trucks, buggies, UTV racing for next year in New Mexico.
Nice.
For Gallup and Tularosa. We're working on that right now.
Nice.
So we're trying to lock that all in with insurances, stuff like that.
No, regular business. You got to have all your stuff. So a lot of outreach going on. If your question is how do I register, you just go to NewMexicoMotorEvents.com for the NM Motorfest 2025. You just click on the flyer and it opens up. It's a little confusing. Some people have told me that they didn't know that you click on it, so I'll probably go in there and overlay like a click here over
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway, so we'll do that, and we'll continue to put the links up. So vehicle registration is open. Do it early, guys. Don't get behind on this. Time happens so fast. I don't know how many events that we've done where we do the event and then someone shows up the day of and said, "Oh, I didn't know I had to register in advance. Can't you just slip me in?" This isn't going to be like that. It's a gated event. It's a gated event. It's register online in advance. Once you got your ticket, once you're registered, you're good. And any questions, just go ahead and hit us up. We have a new phone number. I don't know what it is, but it's out there, and I'll post it up. We have a new phone number, a hotline for New Mexico Motor Events. And then you can hit us on any of our channels. We're really good about sharing inbound. And then vendors and sponsors, we are curating. So we probably won't have like jewelry and candles and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's automotive related.
But we'll have people that make custom headers and turbo system and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's a little bit on that. And then open to motorcycle stuff too, all the different disciplines. So yeah, what else do you think? What else would there people asking right about now? It's mostly ramp up awareness thing.
Yeah, probably how much it costs to get in, stuff like that. But as far as we're going to have bathrooms on site, we're going to have trash cans.
Yeah.
It's a gated event. So once you're in, you can't go out as far as, through the sides or anything like that. So.
And there's no bringing of outside food or beverages, with the exception of bottled water in the original container. We're doing that for safety, just like when you go to other venues. It's treated like inside, and that's just for everybody's safety.
And again, Rio Rancho Event Center, they're going to be over watching all this too.
Yeah, they have a site. They have a staff on site, and kids 5 and under free.
Awesome.
So you can bring the little ones.
Okay, cool.
And do your thing. So if you have any questions, you can hit us up on New Mexico Motor Events, Fords New Mexico, Gente Route and Customs, Central New Mexico Cruisers. I'm reading it off my banner. Old Trucks New Mexico, Cafe Bella, Outlaw Desert Racing. You have how many?
Yeah, and I've got New Mexico pre-runners, Duke City pre-runners, and then there's Razorville. We'll put some information on there. Outlaw Classifieds if you're selling anything off-road.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're easy to get a hold of. Just reach out. We're happy to answer your questions and see. This is going to be a really fun event, very diverse, very different. It's not 100% for everybody. We totally get that, and that's completely fine. We had some people ask questions about the entry fee for the vehicles. When you register a vehicle, you get 2 armbands. You get an armband for the owner and one for a guest or support person. So we did that and packaged it. The pricing on registering a vehicle is $59, and it includes those 2 wristbands. So if you do the math at the gate fees plus that, so it's pretty nominal. There are online fees for the gateway, and then of course taxes, but we have priced ourselves purposely lower than the other events that we have been going to, entering at New Mexico Motor Events.
Yeah, trying to keep it local.
Yeah, man. And the free auxiliary parking.
Unfortunately, we have costs to rent the facility, rent the fences.
Well, we got to get it all set up and ready for volume.
Infrastructure. All that.
Yeah,
so.
we have required.
And that's required
Chiefs
by the
overtime,
city of Rancho.
required EMTs. There's a bunch of requirements. So very different than a free show, but we believe that the quality and the presentation and the energy.
And it's a safe environment. And it's,
family friendly.
Yeah.
We're keeping it clean. There's no crazy. And come on out. We invite you. So if you have questions, reach us. That's our update. We're going to do a quick one here because we're at 7:25. All right,
cool.
No, you demand.
I'm Drew Garcia, Outlaw Desert Racing.
Michael Gonzalez, New Mexico Motor. We out. We see you soon.